Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. Today we are finishing up the SBC for Moments Johan Cruyff. We only have one more part left to submit, so I thought I would share some tips with you guys on how to get this done as cheap as possible and as fast as possible. So we're just going to go ahead and submit this last section. But before we do, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So for this last section, I actually ended up spending the most amount of coins on any section because I was just ready for it to be done. So on this particular section, I did buy Alessandrini, Casemiro, and De Vrij. But after buying all of those, I spent around 200,000 total coins to get the entire Johan Cruyff SBC complete. And this is one that I would recommend getting done. This Cruyff is absolutely insane. EA priced him right. He's one of the best cards in the game. Definitely one of the best icons in the game. 5-star, just can do everything. He's going to move well. So definitely recommend bringing Cruyff into your team. So wanted to share some of the tips. I will also say this is for the more serious grinders of the game because we're going to go through some things that may take a little bit of time to actually grind, to get through, to get some of the rewards. But look at that beautiful man right there. Johan Cruyff joining the team. 5-star, high-low work rates. Great agility, great everything, and it's one of those if you compare him to maybe some of the summer stars, some of maybe even the team of the season cards, his stats, you may be kind of like, well, it doesn't look that special, but some icons just have special things in game, and Cruyff is one of those. Definitely well worth it. We're going to send him into the team. I'll show you how we're going to play him, and then we'll get into some of the tips, what the team is going to look like once we get Cruyff out here. So let's just go on down here, put Cruyff into the club. Let's get Cruyff lined up where he's going to go. We've got a spot waiting for him right here, right next to a tall, right next to Dybala. So this is where Cruyff is going to go. I think he comes through, what was it, as a center forward. So I may have to change him to striker to get him on Kim. But now I'm going to play with my two strikers. I'm going to have Neymar and Cruyff together, both 5-star. Still not sure. I may play a tall in the midfield. He's also 5-star. We've got the new Dybala. I'm still debating what to do on this Essien slot, and I want to be able to buy Militao. So that's what the team is looking like at the moment. Looking pretty epic. But let's just get into some of the tips. Right now, there are so many things going on that can help you get this Cruyff done faster, but you do have to grind the game a little bit. First and foremost, there is a new objective out there, and I put a video out of this 2 or 3 days ago if you want to check that out. There's a milestone called, the game is going so slow right now, come on EA. But the milestone is called FUTTIES Memory Lane, and this took me roughly 8 games to get complete, and the only reason it took 8 games, and I mentioned it in that video, this bottom one, finishing flourish. Now it's possible they fixed it, but when I did it, other people were having the same issue. It says score 6 volleys using Summer Stars players, but it really registers as you have to score 1 volley in 6 separate matches. So I had to play a couple extra matches. You can do all of this on squad battles on beginner difficulty, and if you do, you will get 16 total packs to open, 15 premium gold players packs, and that ultimate pack. So you're talking a massive amount of packs that are going to help you out. We ended up with, I think, 3 team of the season somewhere, something in that neighborhood. Also had multiple 83s, 84s, also tons of gold rares that can then go into another thing, which is the 81 plus player pick, which we'll get to that in just a minute. But while we're on the objectives, I want to talk about a couple other ones. There's also this winning ways milestone that's out there, and you've probably hit some of them along the way. We've actually ended up hitting all of them because as you grind towards some of this other stuff, like a memory lane, those 8 wins we got in squad battles on beginner difficulty went towards this winning ways objective. When you're playing friendlies or when you're playing some of this other stuff and you get wins, those will also go towards this. But once you have all of this done, now it is win 200. I didn't do all of this during Cruyff. We've been doing this, grinding the game, playing weekend league, some of the other things, but you end up with a jumbo rare players pack and an ultimate pack at the end, plus an 81 plus 7 rare players pack, premium gold players pack. So you're going to be getting a lot of these packs just from playing the game, just from grinding some of these other objectives. But what you need to do is, say down here, or what I end up doing sometimes if I'm close to one of these, say I'm at 95 matches and I need to play 5 more, but I can't play the game right now. I will play squad battles on beginner difficulty. I will go into a friendlies match on beginner difficulty. just let it run out. You know, score 1 goal, set your controller down, go do whatever you need to do. If you have to leave the house for an hour, come back, and that's at least 1 more down. So you always need to be thinking of ways. And what that also does, it gives you a little bit of match earnings. You know, now that's not a lot, that's 400 or 500 coins, but those keep stacking up. It's just about stacking and stacking and stacking and always having the game working for you. Me personally, I hardly ever leave the game. I want it to always be trying to do something for me, occupying something. You know, if it's a squad battle on beginner difficulty or whatever it is, I want it to be occupying something. The next one that is absolutely amazing right now is this FUTTIES Draft Days. So this one, you can, if you finish all, win 48 matches in online draft. And we'll talk about this in a second. If you don't know, there's an SBC out there where you can get a draft token for basically free, or with some of these other cards that we're going to get. But if you win 48 matches in online draft, you're going to get an ultimate pack, a mega pack. You're going to get this 89 rated Firmino. You're going to get 1 of 4 players 85 plus. You're going to get a 93 rated Rooney, and this Rooney and Firmino, both of those went into Cruyff. You're going to get a 387 plus rated rare players pack, a prime gold players pack, a player pick, an 85 plus player pick, a 286 plus prime gold players pick, a 90 Mason Mount. I used the Mason Mount into Cruyff. So all of these things we are using towards Cruyff. It's going to make it come down a lot cheaper. And I will show the SBC for that. But the draft days is 1,000,000% something you need to do. So in the Milestones tab, we have draft days, winning ways, and FUTTIES Memory Lane. The other thing we have going on is Adama and Atal. Now, Atal I recommend as a card you want to get into your main team no matter what. Adama I'm kind of like meh about. I still have my 95 Adama, but I could have turned him in. But I'm keeping him for now. But what I want to point out here, if you don't know, if you go through this objective, you're going to get an 89 rated Adama. You're going to get a 92 rated Adama. So even if you want to keep the 95 Adama, you're still going to have an 89 rated Adama and a 92 rated Adama that you can use as fodder. Same with Atal. You're going to end up with an 87 rated Atal and a 91 rated Atal that you can use as fodder. And again, we're talking about grinding the game a lot, but once you grind these, what you're also going towards is winning ways. So you're working towards multiple objectives at once. So it takes at least 20 matches to get Atal and Adama. You can combine a lot of them. I think there's a couple that you can't combine, but you know, say it takes 30 matches, which I think it's less than that to do both of them. If you combine them, then that's 30 wins that goes towards this, and then you collect all of these things as you're going. You could also be trying to work on FUTTIES Memory Lane, but the FUTTIES Memory Lane may be easier just to do in squad battles on beginner difficulty, because then you can just knock out all of those. So those are massive ways to reduce the cost of the Cruyff. Now, also, while you are grinding for those, especially while you're grinding for Adama, while you are grinding for Atal, you always want to look at your objective players out here. And right now, we've got a 95 rated FUTTIES Pinamonte. And, you know, in my opinion, he's not a real playable card. He's okay. But that's a 95 rated card that you can throw into one of the sections on Cruyff. Even if you use them on like an 85 rated section, if you put a 95 into an 85 rated section, you can have a lot of low rated gold. So having those extra 95s, 94s, 93s, those make a big, big difference in getting some of this stuff, getting the price down. Now let's take a look at a couple SBCs. Let me just go into this over here. It's a couple of them I kind of alluded to earlier, but you want to put these into your favorites. You want to be seeing these all the time, but maybe we'll do one just for the heck of it to see what we get. But from the favorites, I've got this 81 plus player pick. So once you get some of those cards that you aren't loving, you know, we were talking about from that FUTTIES Memory Lane, you're going to get 15 premium gold players packs. Well, you're going to end up with a lot of 77 rated, 78 rated, 75 rated gold rares. Put those into the 81 plus player pick. Now, you're not always going to get something epic, but most of the time I was getting at least 83s and 84s, and then maybe 1 out of 10. Probably even better than that. I was getting, like, I still have a 93 to Paul. Like, even after finishing Cruyff, you know, take a look at my club. I still have a lot of stuff here that I could potentially use. Like one that I just got doing an 81 plus was this DePaul, and I still have him in the team. I didn't even have to use him for that for the Cruyff, but let's just put one of those out here so you can just see what you can get. If we go to gold rare, then I just do this low to high. You're gonna pick 7 gold rares. I just generally pick the 7 lowest rated, and you know, just kind of go from there. Do this and this. Okay, so that would be our 7 gold rares. You know, just kind of fill them out in some slots. We'll see if we can end up with anything from one of these. And you only need 30 chem on this, so you really don't have to think. I mean, it's only been like 1 out of 100 that you don't end up with the chem. You maybe have to make, like, even from there, we're already at 30 chem, not even trying. Then once I do that, I'll go to Squad Builder, Gold, Rating Low to High to get the 4 commons into the club. That's a little bit faster than having to actually pick 4 gold commons and put them into the slot. So there we go. We're at 46 chem. Knocked it out of the park. We got our 7 rares, and let me submit this here. And I was using El Shaarawy for the Pinamonti objective, but I don't need him anymore since I have Pinamonti finished. And so you'll just open these up. You want to just keep grinding these and grinding these and grinding these, because you are going to get some 90 rated. You're going to get 94 rated, 93 rated. Plus, you're going to get, and this is one of the weakest ones, but that's still an 83 rated card that will come into play that will help out. So an 83 rated card, and all we did was just send away some cards we weren't going to use for anything. Now we have a usable card for an SBC, and like I said, if you keep doing them and doing them and doing them, you're going to get some of those like DePaul 93s. I popped multiple Team of the Seasons. This is the draft token upgrade that I was talking about. This is absolutely epic. All this requires is 10 gold commons and 1 gold rare. What I actually do on this one, I go into Squad Builder, I go to Gold, I turn Untradeable on for this one, because what I want to do, I want to turn in my untradeable golds and then turn those into tradable packs. So I'm using my untradeable gold commons, and here all of those cards are untradeable. We do need 1 rare gold player, so we'll just put this out here. I'll just take this Betancourt as fine, put him into one of these slots. And so now, and again, 30 chemistry, don't even have to think about it. Every single card is red linked, but it still has over 40 chem. Completely perfect, works out perfect on that. Submit that. Now we have a draft token. And what we've done, we've taken untradeable cards and we're going to turn them into tradable rewards. So go into draft now. We'll go open up this draft token pack, and so you can see what it looks like. You will get 1 gold common back. Worst case scenario, even if you lose in the first round, you're going to get some silver cards to sell. You may get lucky with a gold 5K pack. And what I would also say when you're playing drafts, just to save time, if you go down 3 or 4 goals, just leave and do another draft token upgrade. It just doesn't matter. You know, just go in there. It's just about grinding this stuff out. It's not necessarily about doing anything else. Let's go into our store real quick. I'll show you guys the draft token pack, what it looks like. So from the draft token pack, we're going to go here. And it just gives you basically, sometimes it gives you a gold common player, sometimes it doesn't. This one just had a kit in there for whatever reason. So this one just had the kit and just a couple other consumables. It is an untradeable pack, but here we get our draft token. That's all you need. That saves you 15,000 coins on entering a draft. And if you're someone who's able to win drafts, you're going to get some good packs. If you can make it to the 2nd, 3rd round, you're getting those draft wins. So not only are you getting tradable packs, but you're getting draft wins to go towards that draft milestone objective that I was talking about. So here we go, small rare gold players pack. This was what we got from our last section of Cruyff. See if we can get anything epic from this one. No walkout. It does look like it's a flag. And that's another thing I'll say. I didn't even have any good luck from our, so is this Dubravka? I didn't even have any epic luck from any of the 15 packs on Cruyff. Now, you know, I got like an 85, 84. I don't think I had 1 walkout from any of the 15 packs. If I did, it was like an 87 or something like that. I did not get any like 90 rated. I'm not talking, I didn't get any insane luck along the way. This is just grinding the game, and it's going to come through. The last thing I will point out is you really need to be using, let me find the image, the FUT cheapest players by rating. Right now, you can buy 92 rated players like Andre Team of the Season, Alessandrini Team of the Season, Rossi Team of the Season, even De Vrij sometimes comes down really cheap. So these 92 rated cards were very cheap, and this is always a good place to look to see what you need. In fact, it's almost better right now because like 85s, 86s, 87s are like 10 to 15K. I would rather spend a little bit more, get a 92 rated, then I can use maybe some 81s and 82 rated golds instead of buying an 85 rated gold, and it's not as much power into the SBC. Now, what I will also recommend, these prices come down even more when preview packs are out. So when preview packs first drop, which is at the content time, 6 p.m. UK time, these prices will come down even more. So for example, yesterday I bought a couple Rossi's for right around 20K. So you can see like a 6K price difference on what he is right now. So maybe buy multiples at preview pack time, because you know you're going to use some of those. And you know, if the way I kind of looked at it, I would grind and maybe I got an 85, an 86, and an 88. Then if I bought a 92 Rossi, then I could just use like 81s and 82s for the rest of the team, and that got a full section done. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped on helping you get Cruyff done as fast as possible. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below, but I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.